Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Play fake for Swift. Now Goff.
To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. It's caught. Mitchell. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route,
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive.
And they are back to 500 now. The win last week, their third in a row. And the question, is this run coming too late to make a difference in the playoff race?
Great question. They definitely still have some work to do, but I think a lot of folks were writing this team off about 3 weeks ago, even some of their own fans. So I suggest you put some extra shots on the old bandwagon because this team has rebounded.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score. and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, they give us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Goff's throw taken in by Chark.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. This defense for the Vikings, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground. I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a play, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's gone. And that is incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins, complete. Smith has it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. They find some open field here. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Again, it's Cook.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. The Vikings at 10-2 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That that could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Lions will take over.
As we roll on here in the month of December, Week 14, coming up tonight, we got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night, you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Go off a handoff here to Swift.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and run here with Swift. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
This will be fielded at the 17. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
And quickly, they get to the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds out of everyone's reach. Look at wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. Joseph's got it,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. To the air again, Goff.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Second down and 7.
Goff now looks to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Goff now looking to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with a 17-0 lead in tow, they might not be too eager to press the issue here.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play calling.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 16.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to the top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This is fielded at the 27, and he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
And now out comes Minnesota. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here's Cook again.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
56 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so 2nd and 9.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Osborne. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 36. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brought down at the 20.
Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Play action now. Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time, the tight end gets them.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. The Lions on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Goff. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. A first down throw for Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Cook. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now Cousins.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon.
And the Vikings extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
On first down, gone. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 24, Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Goff on 3rd down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Goff. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, 41 yards.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the move to him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Play fake, Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. That final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side of